You're naturally skillful, you have the ability, but he wasn't that self-motivated, and the word you would call, you would say he was lazy, you know. He didn't want to work hard, you know. So you have to be pushing him. Even in the game situation, you have to be constantly on him, you know, pushing him, telling him. So from there, you know, it was the whole season that we had together was in U13, because he came over from the Harbour school at about 10, 11, and then he joined the group. And his fathers always take him to the training and pick him up back at training. So, you know, so that's how I get in contact with him.
When you were teaching him the fundamentals of the game, did you feel that he was applying it well, or it took a little bit of time for him to get the fundamentals down?
It wasn't hard for him. It was naturally for him. But I think one of the thing about it, you know, is just that you'll have to keep doing the same thing. It's a repetition. So you keep letting him doing it. So it will just come natural to him to be doing it. And so it's not only for him, but for the whole training program and the session that we had. That is how we normally conduct the sessions with the boys. So you'll be a part of it, so you'll be involved in it as well.
When you first started to work with him, was he also in the attacking side of things as well, or he was other positions as well on the field?
No, he was the attacking, was the attacking. Because the truth is, the team that he came in with, the group, not I would say the team, the group that he came in was some very talented group, right? And they all was there, and to get them to be cohesive as a unit, you know, it all worked out with everyone, because I playing him on the left side attacking, sometime in the middle, sometime on the right hand side. So it was more attacking flavor, and because of his natural skills and things, you know, so you couldn't help but play him in an attacking position.
And seeing the journey that he has gone on the last few years, are you surprised by his development, or it's something that you could picture down the road that he would be where he is right now?
No, I wasn't surprised. I thought you have made great, just like other players that was within that group with him. Players like Ziminis, players like Wilson, you know, there was set a youngster was with him, one I think named Malachi Sterling. I think he's now at Mount Pleasant, you know, so it was a really good group. I think one was at Mona now, Theo, I think was part of with him in that group, and Che Gardner, Bibi's son. So it was that group he was with. So they were very good in their individual skills, and we just put them together, and it all worked out.
I mean, we spoke earlier about you working with dozens of kids coming through Harborview and making the progression to the senior team, Reggae boys, and also playing overseas in club football. For you, would you say Whisper was one of the best youngsters you worked with, or there's so much it would be hard to put a pecking order on that aspect?
I wouldn't say he's the best. What I would say is that is for the position that he plays, right? Probably I would say he's the best. For me, I always have him as a winger. So I would say he would be one of the best. And also, he was left-footed more than, you know, the others. Because I could call other players, name that I work with, which were very great. You have Romaro Campbell. Rum, play midfield, right? See, Zimini is himself, um, and that's a defender, defender midfield. So I couldn't look at them and say, oh, Whisper was best but he was one of the best for his attacking position as a winger, And just like I would say for Romario, Rum would have be one of the best, one of the midfielders, the great midfielders, who come through the youth program, and just like others, but not I would say, oh, he's the best as for everybody. Everybody have their um position that they play and they're good at it.
Were you able to watch Whisper in the two games for the Reggae Boys recently against Trinidad? Your thoughts about his performances and what lies ahead?
I didn't get to watch the game. I didn't get to watch the game. Um, I saw some little clips that somebody put out, that touches that he made. I didn't watch a game, so I couldn't make a judgment or make you know equate something from that what I saw at the time. I didn't pay much attention to it.
All right. And in terms of, the big move that lies ahead for him to go play professionally overseas, how proud are you of him for this opportunity that has come his way? He spoke earlier about the talent that you saw from him when he was younger, but now to get the opportunity to play overseas now, how proud are you of the path that he's going to take now?
Well, I am proud that he's doing the thing that he like and he can, and he reached that far, and I'm just hoping that he can maintain it, and grow stronger. And also, this can be a pathway for other youngsters to look at and say, oh, okay, remember Whisper when Whisper came to Harbour View and he was like, just how we got the name, see? So it's not something that just happened overnight, what period of time it takes for him to reach where he is now. And I'm glad for him. I'm happy for him. So it's just that he's now to make the best of it.
Understand. So, as you worked with players that have gone on to play overseas. You mentioned Zimenez, he's in Europe right now. Any words of advice that you have for him? For those that make that transition from Jamaica to go to Europe, it's quite a transition. The weather, the tactical discipline. Any words of advice you would have for him on the next chapter of his life?
Should I use this word humble? I think he has to be humble, thankful, be grateful, because he has those skills which came naturally, and then he harness it by practicing it. So I think probably I would say just be humble and be not too should be a chauvinist or try to be something that you're not. Just stay within yourself and do what is required for you to make the steps to go the other level, which is and next there's many other steps from where you're at now.
Yes. Fully get what you're saying. And finally, Coach McFarlane, Harbourview has an excellent track record in terms of exporting players overseas, the transition into the national team, and also to the Harbourview senior team as well. So what is the secret that you have persons like Whisper, like Zimenez, that have that solid matriculation, not we're just hearing about them when they're 13, 14, but actually going on to be professionals and eventually national players as well?
Well, from the youths are seeing and we notice what is there, we try to harness them, we try to take them under our wings. Not me alone as coach, but all of the other coaches and the managers, and we try to guide them, set a pathway for them, and help them to be level-headed, and just do the things that we think that can help them to get them to the next level.
Okay. And, is there any 12 or 10-year-old whisper coming up through the ranks right now that we can keep an eye on in the Kasafa youth leagues coming up?
We have players, but I'm not gonna give any names. They'll be coming out sometime soon. So it's not something that is dying, it is happening. So you'll definitely see them, within our youth teams, because we'll be playing in some youth tournaments in some that is going on. So you will definitely see them coming out. We have some in there, which is young also, which is in the Premier League team as well. So we have a few in there as well. So they'll be there to showcase themselves.
Okay, Coach McFarland, thank you very much for your time. Keep up the great work that you're doing. And, we will certainly be in touch, and hopefully we can continue to see more progression of talent coming through as well. Really appreciate your time.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me, man.